Alright, Sayav-san, I got the question from a gentleman. He is Satis. Recently, I kind of became spiritual, such as I feel more mindfulness and the inside and the soul reflect outside. Like what's going, the material world is not very important than my mental feeling. So I believe more like new age thinking and psychics and supernatural stuff. But I on the social media, I thought about something like, wow, the magic going on, or like the law of attraction going on, and he was very passionate to share that. But his friend reacted like a negative way. Oh wow, like what you doing? That's bullshit. Like don't tell that. And even someone say, hey, if you keep telling that, I don't follow you. And he afraid losing friend, but he also want to follow his heart.
Okay. Well, first of all, it's good that he's following his heart. Okay. As far as friends go, he needs to understand that as he is becoming more spiritual, he will find that many people around him that are not going up the ladder like he is will start to go away. Okay. When a person becomes spiritual, they lose a lot of friends, but they gain other people. They gain other friends who are like-minded. As we grow and as we evolve, we change. From day to day we change. From month to month we change. A new idea comes in. A new awareness comes in. And if we are always with just the same people over and over, and if they haven't chosen to go towards the spiritual side of things, then you really have nothing in common. Okay? So what's happening is he's going through kind of a transformation of sorts. He is learning about these spiritual things, and they are interesting to him, and he's wanting to understand more. That's where his heart is right now. His friend is maybe learning something very important for his growth that isn't related to spirituality. Everybody's different. We're all going to get to the same place, but we have different lessons that we've come to learn, and we have different opportunities that we're going to experience, and they're all taking us to the same place. We're all evolving, but not all evolving in the same way. So his friend is evolving in the way that is right for him at this moment in time. And he is evolving in the way that is right for him at this moment in time. So both of them are evolving. But when the other one starts criticizing him for his beliefs and his truths, then it's time for him to look at that and say, well, I can either accept him for who he is, or I can choose to continue doing what I'm doing and be friendly. And don't say anything negative to him. Be friendly, because eventually what will happen is that as this man keeps growing spiritually, the individual that is his friend that's criticizing him is criticizing him because he doesn't understand it. He thinks it's weird. He doesn't have that comprehension. And eventually that friendship could very well go in different directions, but not in a negative way. Just it's like one's going down this path, one's going down this path. And in the end, they'll meet back together again at some point in time. So any criticism that comes towards him, first of all, look at that criticism and ask himself, is there any truth to what this individual is saying? Is he's my friend, and maybe he thinks I'm going out on a limb too much. And then, am I? Okay? Because you have to be careful with spirituality. Some people get caught up in the, quote, phenomena of spirituality and not true spirituality. There's a difference. There's a difference. Phenomena is the wow factor. Okay? Spirituality is not a wow factor. Spirituality is a growth. It's like you're continually growing and evolving your consciousness so that you have compassion, that you have understanding, that you have an acceptance of something other, okay, something different, that you're embracing something different. But the phenomenon is all the bells and whistles and the wow and the wow, and it has absolutely nothing to do with spirituality. They're totally different. So as he's going up his ladder and he's doing things with social media and he's saying things and he's expressing himself, he needs to ask himself, so the things I'm expressing, are these wow? Are these like to get attention? Are they phenomenon? Or are they true spiritual things that I'm learning and embracing? Because there are. So he's learning about that discernment between the two. That's his challenge right now, as he's going up the ladder, looking at psychic things and different things like that. He's got to always be his own judge and his own jury, so he can learn this stuff, but he's also got to be responsible for what he takes in and what he applies into his life and how that's going to affect him. His friend is not into this, but at the same time, maybe some of his criticism could ring true to an extent. He doesn't understand what his friend is doing, and he may think it's bull, he may think it's not right or whatever. But I would advise this individual just to listen to what his friend has to say, because there might be a grain of truth in there. Often, as a person's climbing a spiritual ladder, old friends will come in and go, oh, that's a load of stuff, that's not true. And it's not that it isn't true, because they don't understand it, but they also are trying to ground him. Okay? Because if you're not grounded in your approach to spirituality, you'll go off in left field and you won't get there. You won't get where you want to go. Okay? So grounding is important. So if nothing else, his friend is grounding him, bringing him back to the earth plane and saying, that's Loda, that's not right. That's just, you don't want to go there. Yeah, he's telling him, I'm not saying he shouldn't evolve. I'm saying that he has to watch what he's doing when he's going up that ladder and what he's going to allow happen. He has to be in control of his spirituality, not just some phenomena out there attracting him. Okay, so there's two things going on here: his growth and his awareness of his growth, and his friend who wants to keep grounding him and pulling him back down. Okay, there's nothing wrong with being pulled down once in a while to get a reality check. Okay, but I do feel that his friend and him are on different wavelengths, So eventually the two of them will probably go their separate ways. But if they can do that as friends, it will be a lot better. Okay. He needs to respect his friend that is not ready to go up that ladder, as his friend needs to respect him for going up the ladder. There needs to be a mutual respect there. Okay, not a right or a wrong, but a mutual respect. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.